This is Mr. Tashak. Many people have been asking me to make a tutorial on my Dazzle quality, and this is the quality they've been asking me. Because many people think that this looks nearly like an HD PVR, and they've been asking me to make a tut. And so I've responded, and here is how to get my Dazzle quality. First, you need a Dazzle, of course. I use a Dazzle DVC 100, and I record on an HD TV, and even though I'm not playing in HD, it still helps it because it makes your quality a lot better. And then you need an S-video cable. I don't use composite. You need S-video cable so you can have a lot better quality. And then here are my settings. And you need Pinnacle Studio Ultimate 12. And if you don't have that, you can look up how to get it on a different tutorial. Okay, and you press capture, and here are all my settings. First, when you do this, you click S video, of course, because you have S video, and you want everything to be even like this, except for the sharpness. You want it to be 3 or 4 up. And then of course you want audio capture. And then for the custom settings, you click custom settings, and you go to setup, capture format. And while that's loading, okay, so you use MPEG half, and you use custom settings, and here are my custom settings. You do MPEG 2 for the type. Resolution, you do 720 times 480, and the bit rate you do 8000. And compression, you do MPEG layer 2, and sample rate 48. And then you go over to capture source, and as all of you know, you use the Dazzle. And you use TV standard, you use NTC. Aspect ratio 16:9. No auto scene detection. No capture preview. That's important so it doesn't lag. Do not use capture preview. And you go to project preferences. You uncheck all of them. Make those 2:4:2. Use format. You use NTC progressive widescreen. And you, for video and audio preferences, you do enable hardware acceleration, main VGA, 16-bit, yeah. MPEG best for output. Okay, once you got that, this is what it'll look like. But when you press record, that'll go away. It'll be a black screen. And so I made a little clip, and then you have to open up Sony Vegas. Then you need Sony Vegas, and the project. When you press new, it'll ask for a new project. You use 1280 for the width, 720. Lower field first for the field order. Aspect ratio, you want 1. Pixel format, you want 8-bit. Frame rate, you use NTC 29.970. Full resolution rendering quality is best. Motion blur, Gaussian asymmetric. De-interlace method, I use none. And you unclick this. And you go over to audio. And you use stereo 44,100 for the sample rate. And then for the ruler, you just use the standard. And then that's about it for that. You press OK, and then I'll play. And what I do for the color, this is and then so when I open up this project, you open up the project with the settings I showed you, and then you have it as best full as the preview quality. And you want to render, here's your render settings you want. you want Windows Media Video V11, and then for the template you press Custom and you use CBR for audio, Windows Media, that, yup, include, and for the video you use mode, you use CBR, format Windows Media Video 9, and the image size you use high definition 1280 x 720, frame rate 29.970, and the override default compression buffer is 3 seconds, and the video smoothness is 100%. And for the bit rate, you keep all those the same. And for the project, this is important. Video rendering quality is best. And then you press OK, save, yeah. And you can name it whatever you want. And then, as you can see, this is just a raw clip. And you add video effects. And what I do is I use color corrector. You press color corrector, and you go to color correction 1, which is my custom one. And you use this, and this is the settings you want for those. I'm just gonna leave it here, and these are the 3 you want. You want saturation is 1.5, gamma is 1.055, offset is negative 18.9, and gain is 1.296. That's my color correction. As you can see, it changed. And then you go down to soft contrast. You go down to soft contrast, and I have a custom one, and here's my custom one. As you can see, it's going to change in a minute. And all you do is you use warm vignette, and you just take off all the strength and everything, and the height and the softness on the width and on the vignette, and then you leave everything else the same. And then on the effect, you leave everything the same, and you press X. And then on the unsharp mask, you use reset to none, and you do that, and you do that, and then you make the amount 0.280, and then the threshold you want 0, and you add that, and I forgot to say that you needed to add boost mids, which is color corrector secondary, and you just put boost mids, and it makes the quality look a whole lot better, as you can tell. And yep, thanks. And that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching the tut. Tell me if you want any other tuts, and thanks for watching. Bye, I love you.
Good job, team. Get ready for the next round. Switching sides.